Well, Frank, I know that the college football quarterfinals have begun tonight, but let's talk about our local team. Let's talk about the Georgia Bulldogs. They will be playing on New Year's Day, 8:45 p.m. That's a really late game, up against Notre Dame and All-State Sugar Bowl.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. I think Notre Dame's pretty good. In fact, I think Notre Dame's really good. It's interesting. They played in the Sugar Bowl when Georgia won their first national title all the way back in 1980, and here they are playing again with both teams trying to win a national title. I like the Georgia football team. Not having Carson Beck is hard. Gunnar Stockton hasn't played as much. He's been a backup. But I like his energy, Alessandra. I like the way he brings it. I think there's a toughness. I think he's a guy that goes up and down that bench and breathes some energy into those other guys. So I like Georgia. I think Georgia's going to be okay, but it's not going to be easy because Notre Dame has a really good team. Notre Dame's better than people think. They're the one team that people aren't talking about enough, and they've got a good football team. It's going to be a heck of a game.
I think this is going to rely a lot on the Georgia defense. Thankfully, they have Jalen Walker, the best linebacker in the nation. And just their identity as a defense, they're going to have to be dominating. They're going to have to be, play one of their best games of the season if they want to get to the semifinals. No
question. And it's mano-a-mano, man. I know Riley Leonard's a good player, and he's pretty athletic, too, not just a passer. But this is tough guy on tough guy, man. This is a physical football team playing a physical football team. I think Georgia has more good players than anybody else in the country. That's why I think they're going to win the national championship. They've got to do it with a backup quarterback, but they've got good players, more than anybody else. And I like the Bulldogs.
Well, we know for sure that Gunnar Stockton will be the starting quarterback for the rest of their time in the college football playoff. That is because Carson Beck had successful surgery the day before Christmas Eve, and he now also declared for the draft. First, let's just talk about the surgery. What do you think the implications will be for the draft?
I think he'll be okay. That's a way worse injury if you're a baseball pitcher than if you're a quarterback. I think his arm's going to be, it was just a freak injury. Last play of the half, he got his elbow hit in a funny way. I think he's going to be fine. I don't think he's going to have any lingering effects. Again, quarterback, throwing a football, your arm doesn't move nearly as fast, obviously, as when you're throwing a baseball. So I think he's going to be okay there. I can't wait to see how he does in the draft. I think he's going to be, he looks like a pro quarterback. He plays like a pro quarterback. He looks like an old drop back guy back in the old days. He's got a big arm. And let me tell you what else helps Carson Beck. He's played in big games, Alessandra. When you've played in the SEC and you've played at Georgia, and now you've played against Alabama and LSU and Tennessee and all of them, and now add Texas to the mix, so you played twice, I think he's ready for the NFL and will be a very good player.
You've heard NFL head coaches talk about that they've seen tough talent in the SEC. So hopefully he gets drafted high. We'll be rooting for him. Of course, we'll be covering him throughout the draft. Let's head south to the 305. Cam Ward, Miami's quarterback. He only played the first half of the bowl game, the Pop-Tart Bowl, which, by the way, that's probably one of my favorite bowls.
Phenomenal.
They do such a good job with that. But he became the all-time D1 leader in passing touchdowns.
Yeah, first of all, the Pop-Tarts Bowl is phenomenal because Pop-Tarts are phenomenal. That's first.
I agree. I agree.
He did do well. He's going to be a good pro. I hate the way it played out for him, that it looked like they said he was never planning to play in the second half. Well, I wish they'd have told people that. I wish Mario Cristobal had told people that, so it didn't look like Cam quit on his team. But he's a good player. He's certainly a guy. I voted for him third for the Heisman, and I'm a voter, and I had him third. I think he had a terrific season. I love that he set the record, and I think he's going to be a very good pro. He's a little too casual at times. He's got to tighten that up, but he's a hard worker. He's a great passer. He's smart as heck. I think he's going to be a very good pro, and I can't wait to see him get there.
And Carson Beck and Cam Ward, two of the top quarterbacks in this draft. Frank, thank you so much, and thank you for watching Campus Corner.